Here is the history of the MP5.
Often, weapons become associated with the forces that wield them. Their role and alignment help shape their identity.
Breach clear.
Lawful good through and through. This is a gun for the good guys. The MP5. So, how did it earn its heroic status? What makes it a perfect fit for a counter-terror role? And what's the deal with the slap? The MP5 is a German weapon, manufactured by Heckler & Koch. H&K were founded in 1949, directly in the wake of World War II. The company took its name from two of its three co-founders, all of whom were former Mauser engineers: Alex Seidel, Edmund Heckler, and Theodor Koch. At first, they manufactured machine tools and precision metal parts. But in 1956, the West German government put out a tender for a new rifle for the Bundeswehr. H&K put forward the G3 design, based on a rifle designed by former Mauser engineers at CETMI, a Spanish technical institute. Their bid proved successful, and H&K developed a number of G3-derived designs to fit different roles, with the MP5 amongst them. Originally known as the HK-54, work began on the new SMG in 1964. It fires the 9x19mm parabellum round, the standard NATO pistol caliber. Original magazines were straight, but a slight revision in 1977 gave the weapon its distinctive and slightly curved 30-round mag. Like its parent G3 design, the MP5 has a roller-delayed blowback mechanism, a simplistic but effective enough action that has roots in German prototypes made near the end of the war. There are quite a few MP5 variants available. From the original HK-54, also known as the MP5A1, the fixed stock MP5A2 and A4, retractable stock MP5A3, and sliding stock MP5A5. The MP5K, or Kurz, is a shortened variant, pared down into the smallest package possible. The MP5SD variants boast an integral suppressor for covert use, and there are larger caliber variants too, such as the MP510, which fires powerful 10mm auto rounds, and the MP540, which fires 40 Smith & Wesson. A flexible and configurable weapon then, and one that has found favour with a large number of police and special forces units. In 1980, one event in particular secured the MP5's iconic status: a siege on the Iranian embassy in London. 6 terrorists, 26 hostages, a densely populated urban location, and a live television feed. It was a very tense situation, with an awful lot on the line. On the 6th day of the siege, a hostage was killed. This prompted immediate action by the British Special Air Service, under the codename Operation Nimrod. 17 minutes after their first breach, 5 terrorists were killed, the final captured, and all remaining hostages were rescued. The mission's success reinforced the SAS's reputation as a deadly special operations force, and these events served as the perfect advertisement for the SMG they used. Its proven track record and suitability for the close-range fighting typical of urban terror operations make it a fitting choice for any counter-terror role, and a must-have inclusion for any games that depict such forces. The SAS's legendary live-fire exercises in the Killing House are depicted in the tutorial of Call of Duty 4, in which you drill the following mission's plan with a plywood simulacrum. The MP5's presence here is true to life, and the game shows a recreation of the real training exercises that the SAS would have undertaken in preparation for the embassy siege. The MP5 sees prime placement in the armories of tactical shooters then, and it's a flagship weapon of the Rainbow Six series. When it comes to tackling a terrorist threat, there's nothing better for the task. One quirk that crops up during the MP5's reload is the infamous HK slap. An open-handed tap on the cocking lever after inserting a fresh magazine, sending the bolt forward and chambering around. It might seem reckless to smack your weapon, but it's actually recommended procedure. A softer approach might not drive the bolt home properly. Besides, the MP5 is a working weapon, and one that can withstand a little roughhousing. The slap isn't unique to the MP5, but it is a cool move that has helped to bolster its iconic identity through fiction as well as fact. Its distinctive on-screen presence and association with heroic action make it a prominent choice in cinema. The weapon has turned up in hundreds of films, normally seen in the hands of the good guys, but sometimes revealing a more impetuous side. With notable appearances in Die Hard 2 and The Matrix, the weapon appears outside its normal counter-terror role in games inspired by classic action movies. Games like Max Payne and Modern Warfare 2 indulge a more brash side of the SMG, far from the tightly controlled discipline of well-trained special forces. The MP5 can also employ spray and pray tactics. It might waste ammunition, but it looks good on screen, and more empty mags mean more stylish reloads, complete with a slap. Today, there are a number of more modern SMGs and personal defense weapons vying to replace the 50-year-old MP5 design. H&K themselves even offer two alternatives: the more modern and larger caliber UMP45 and the armor-piercing power of the diminutive MP7. But the classic 9mm SMG still reigns supreme. Well loved by those who wield it, and with ubiquitous use by police forces worldwide. A legendary submachine gun that earned its reputation through baptism by fire. Always cool under crisis, it's the perfect counter-terror weapon. The MP5. Confident. A force for order. Terrorists' bane.